So welcome, family and friends. I want to welcome each one of you. Your part that you play in today's role is significant. And I just want to acknowledge you for taking time out today and making this day especially precious and meaningful for Athena and for Lance. I just love them to death, as you know, because I've been with them for a while now. And they have blessed me so deeply.
You can close this so it doesn't make noise.
So we wish to welcome each one of you here today. And we offer a very special welcome. I think the cameras are here, so I want to look at those intentionally as we welcome Lance's mother, Diana, grandparents, Jeannie and Ted, and to the family and friends that are also joining us via Skype. This is my first Skyped ceremony. So it's kind of like, wow, I jumped into the future. Thanks to Lance. Exactly 1 year ago, we gathered together in a cozy apartment to recognize and formalize a union of faith, love, and hope between our couple. We gathered to solemnize two hearts and hands with a commitment ceremony that was like no other. Some of you were here for that, some of you were not. We celebrated with food and fond memories while creating a new memory of commitment, and it was powerful. It was a day filled with magic. Last year we spoke of the significance of how October 20th plays into the continuation of life and love, as Lance's parents would have marked their 50th year wedding anniversary on that day. We remembered Harry, his father who is now passed, and we celebrated Diana, who is with us on Skype. I'm losing my voice. And if I get filled with emotion, it's okay. I have tissue. There's some here. And we have tissue in here.
Yes.
We also remembered Regine, who is Athena's mother and passed away at an early age. We continue to believe that loved ones who have crossed that rainbow bridge continue to remain with us in spirit, and that once again they are prepared and dressed up for today's event. We believe that they are literally with us here and now as we begin the formal union in ceremony and ritual of making this family a forever family. In the past year, many things have come to fruition and have taken our breath away, as life has a way of doing from time to time. We have suffered with friends through tragedy, while coming together even stronger as a community of hope. This family has expanded by moving into a beautiful home with room to move around. We have developed immeasurable inches as our bodies took on growth. We have learned more intimately about one another, about our skills, talents, and direction, and we have become a tighter and more cohesive bunch. And this is the miracle of growth. 1 year ago, we talked about how each one of you plays a significant role in the nurturing of this wedding. And it's appropriate to recognize today Tabitha, Zach, Sabrina, and Jarek, for it is you especially, you guys, who holds the power of love and joy, sprinkled with much humor and laughter as you become a forever family. Your mother and Lance love you beyond measure, and it's clear you feel the same way about them. This makes our hearts sing. Today, as family and friends, you have come to show great support in upholding our couple as they make a formal commitment as a united couple. And I believe when two people come together and give one another this gift, the most sacred gift of all, it is certain that the universe is sitting back and smiling upon us, laughing, and showering us with every possible blessing. Today is the day to celebrate the love of Athena and Lance. They are two people and complete individuals on their own, but together they are a larger force of love and support, not just for each other, but for all of you, and you for them.
Lance.
It's okay, it's his wedding. He gets to do what he wants, right?
He can be a superhero, give him a
That's
cake.
right. I was good. Yeah, give me a cake.
So Lance a lot.
That's right.
Don't be a superhero, Tara.
A superhero what?
In the park.
Continuing on.
So, yes, continuing on. So indeed, they are a larger force than the sum of their parts. This is a very special gift that the two of you offer to one another and to everyone in this room here today. We're all probably somewhat familiar with their love story, how they came together, and we recall how Athena had a chance meeting at the Loaf and Jug where Lance was working at the time, and Athena was smitten. Her tenacious efforts to make excuses to see him, I think buying coffee at 3 a.m. in the morning,
Oh gosh.
stuff like that. And finally her courage to ask him out for a date. Indeed, this is really how good love stories do begin. So good for you, Athena, for taking the dare and listening to your heart. And good for you, Lance, for being so open to possibilities. Together you have created a magnificent underpinning of secure force for your family to withstand the weather of everyday occurrences that include storms and peaceful sunny days. I want to talk a little bit about rituals. In ceremonies, very often we have rituals, and sometimes we're familiar with some of those rituals, some not so much. But because, as you know, our family is so unique, so colorful, so diverse, and to be so celebrated, we couldn't come up with another boring ritual, right? We had to come up with something that was really unique to our family, that was meaningful. And so that's what we did. So, rituals and ceremony are ancient, they are timeless, and are a way of marking an important milestone such as this union. It serves to demonstrate and symbolize the power of the words by giving real action to what is being declared. I have asked Tabitha, Zach, Sabrina, and Jarek to help me create a very special surprise ritual to help celebrate our couple's union. Today we will set an altar to represent the road our couple has traveled and where they are going. Before I met them, they chose to wear rings to symbolize their commitment to one another as well as necklaces. And for their commitment ceremony last year, they chose to exchange new necklaces and to mark their official commitment and hand-fasting ceremony. And last year, each child chose a color to represent the symbolic keys to a happy ever family. So Tabitha, and I'm going to have you stand next to your beloved. Okay, I'll switch places with you. So we're going to start with Tabitha. Tabitha, please come forward to place upon the altar the rings Athena and Lance first exchanged in their early years. And go ahead and set down your blessings. Do you remember they chose colors? And every color represents something powerful that they can bring to the family. Okay? Tabitha chose blue. Her color represents peace, tranquility, stability, unity, and trust. Thank you, Tabitha. Zach, please come forward and place the necklaces our couple first exchanged during their courtship. Zach chose red, which symbolizes passion, love, strength, and power. Nice choice. Sabrina, come forward, dear. Sabrina's going to place on the altar in our love basket the necklaces that our couple exchanged during their commitment ceremony last year. Sabrina's color is pink, which symbolizes caring, tenderness, acceptance, and calm. And Jarek, come on up, bud. He's going to carefully bring the sand blending ceremony. And do you want me to hold on to this while you set that down? I can just set it where you think it looks pretty.
There we go.
And here's your blessing book, and we're going to turn it so it shows up right. And Jarek chose yellow. Over here.
Oh, you got it.
That works.
That works.
Okay.
Okay. Nice.
Nice.
So here you see yellow, blue, red, and pink, and the sand blending that is wrapped with the cords from their hand fasting ceremony that we did last year. And I need to mention that yellow, the color Jarrett chose, symbolizes joy, happiness, imagination, and hope. So the kids did really well in choosing their colors. And now I have a surprise. So I'm going to reach behind you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is, let me tell you about this. This is my special bottle of magic potion. It is guaranteed to uplift and encourage, to bless and to heal, to send tingles and jingles and giggles, and much joy to this forever family. I'm going to set it here. Don't eat it. I know. But it is filled with some herbs and spices and other magic potion type stuff from my garden this year. It is not fatal, but don't eat it.
No. It's more pretty than tasty.
And this bottle contains a very potent but secret ingredient that in times of need is to be opened and sparingly used and sprinkled upon pillowcases or in bath water, on your garden, or any place your loved one will be sure to find it when they require a little extra love and support. Okay? You would use it to say, I'm sorry, I forgive you, I love you, I'm proud of you. So you would use it for anything that you think, this is a good time for a little magic potion. Just sprinkle a little on their pillowcase or somewhere where they'll find it. So they know, Mom and Dad, oh, Mom and Dad was thinking of me today. Okay?
Yeah.
And you can refill it with all your special herbs and spices and whatever. Puppy dog tails.
We only have corn.
No corn on the pillowcase.
Now here's the best part of today's ritual. This is what's really going to pull this whole thing together. Tabitha gets credit for her brilliant idea of creating a unique work of art that will hold each family's handprint, each family member's handprint. So to finish this meaningful altar that we've set here, I'd like to invite each of our family members to come forward because they're going to put their hand in paint and they're going to create a very special sign that they're going to display in their home forevermore. And we'll set it up here for today, but I imagine it will go somewhere very prominent where everybody can see it when they enter their home.
Cool.
Isn't this a great idea?
Yeah.
I think so too. Tabitha gets and their handprint will be done in the color that they chose. Isn't that cool? So she gets a high five.
You better do it now.
I know, huh?
Yeah.
Before I get paid on my hands. All right. That's fine.
That's okay.
All right. Oh, nice.
'Cause
Wave at the crowd.
Have you washed my hand, Dan?
Did you already do it? Okay.
He has yellow on his face.
All right.
I had.
I'm gonna
All right.
See?
So show everybody your hand. Good job,
I'm
sweetie.
gonna make
And go wash your hand off so it doesn't get on your
It's like mustard.
Yeah.
It does look like mustard. We could have used mustard.
Mustard. And then for that.
My hand's not that big.
And then tea people.
Okay.
No, Noah. Yellow would be mustard, blue would be
That works.
blueberries. Rabbit
Show your hand.
Catch up.
And then he could be strawberries.
Uh-oh.
It's washable. I just thought you needed more color.
Did
Nope,
you
that's good.
really?
That's a good one.
What was
We'll
it?
blow that up a little bit. See what chop it some up.
I just quit smoking.
I never let her smoke when I was
You have to
there.
use all of it first.
That's a good idea. My mom stopped smoking when she was like 30 years old, and then now she's back smoking.
My mom's been quitting smoking for a year now.
Your mom has.
She can't. She's been doing it since she was 13.
Try it.
I did.
Get her the gum. It's
I
only
did.
$30.
I did. I work at Walmart. I have a discount card.
And then-
I got it for her. She was like, I want it. I can do this. And then I'm like, Bob.
She doesn't want to then.
She's like,
Walks
I
out of the circle.
What the brown?
What's up?
Jack, hold the camera. She's come back a lot.
Now who has
I couldn't quit for myself. I tried. And then I tried working
Well,
out.
the thing is, if she doesn't want to quit, she's not going
I
to do it.
quit myself. I smoked 35 years and quit.
But if she doesn't want to, she's not going to.
Oh no,
That's the problem. She doesn't want to.
How did you quit?
just quit.
You just decided to quit.
And one of the girls that work with Debbie, she's like,
Mrs.
cut off. I was like,
That's amazing to me. Because I've tried to. This is my last cigarette.
Oh, I know what music
And
like.
then 5 minutes later, I'm going to get a pack of cigarettes.
Well, it took me a while. It took me like a year to do it, but I just decided that's it. I'm not smoking anymore.
I can't sing Athena's. Later.
We're gonna have more.
Isn't this nice?
and this is just taking a video, so I already got it all.
Reaction.
So what we're gonna do for today, I'm gonna set it here on this altar that we've created. And when you visit them the next time, this is gonna be hung up in a very special place. Good job, family. You want me to put it up there now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have no.
That could be a business sign too.
Family.
No,
Just take the T out of it and says we paint, you know.
Good job, guys.
Yes.
Yay!
Excuse me, Mama.
Now, at most ceremonies, there's a space in the script where that is dedicated specifically for the minister to give advice and encouragement. And
My favorite part.
yeah, this is kind of a fun part. Well, I want to humbly stand before you and admit that sometimes the best material is stolen material. I'm going to read to you from Dr. Seuss.
Yes.
Are you
Yeah.
guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Story time!
Can we see the pictures?
I'll show you the
Okay.
I'll stop recording for
You
now.
know what I'm going to have you do? Stand next to Athena
Okay.
so I can read to you.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Because this book is dedicated to the both of you as well as to your children. And to every one of you in this room, because I think we can all relate. Okay? Oh, the places you'll go by Dr. Seuss. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away.
I like it.
You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in the direction you choose. I have no shoes. You're on your own and you know what you know, and you are the couple who will decide where to go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town.
You have to follow that condition.
It's opener there in the wide open air.
I already took one of them.
Out there things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew, just go right along. You'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You'll get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on. You'll be left in a lurch.
Lurch.
You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are then that you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right and 3/4, or maybe not quite, or go around back and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker upper to make up his mind. You can get so confused that you'll start into race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, towards a most useless place. The waiting game. The waiting place. For people just waiting. Waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for yes or no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that is not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. With banner flip-flapping, once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you're that kind of guy. Oh, the places you'll go. There is fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame. You'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too, games you can't win because you'll play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not. Alone will be something you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go, though the weather be foul. On you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go, though the hacking cracks howl. Onward, and many a frightening creak, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far and face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact. And remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left.
Too late.
And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Lance and Athena, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Buxbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Alley Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Okay.
All right. Well,
Yay!
you heard her. She got to move a mountain. Lift.
Yes.
You must lift me. Move the
Oh,
mountain.
move them out. Thanks, Dad.
I think the adults can appreciate the kids inside of ourselves as we listen to Dr. Seuss. I hope the kids enjoyed that, but I think the adults can really relate. Can we not?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I had to steal his excellent
Okay.
message.
Let's go.
All right. And now for the good juicy part. You guys ready for the good juicy part?
Yeah.
Not the kissing part.
Not yet. That's the juicier part. Okay?
Is this the kissing thing?
Not yet.
Soon.
What do we do when we go to a wedding? We exchange vows. The couple exchanges vows. They make promises to one another and they speak from their heart, don't they? If you've ever seen a wedding on TV or in a movie, or maybe you've been to a wedding, this is usually the juiciest part, I like to call it. So,
Yeah.
okay. Athena and Lance, this is me getting in my serious mode here. Athena and Lance, and you're already crying, and I'm going to start here in a minute. And tears are appropriate, are they not?
Quit whining.
Thanks, Dad.
They have thoughtfully crafted their words to exchange with one another in a way that is truly spoken from their heart. So Athena chose to write her own vows, and I'm going to step aside while you do your thing.
And instead of me reading it, I'm going to hand it to you to read.
Out loud.
Out loud.
Out loud.
Out loud, use your manly voice.
My manly voice.
Not your chicky voice.
Thank you. Okay, my vows to Lance Crane. She did it for today. 4 years ago, I stumbled onto this amazing person while buying coffee at Loaf and Jug, not knowing that he would change the lives of my children and I forever. Cleansing breath. I stand before him now because I took a chance at love one more time. Lance, you have brought so much joy and laughter into lives and hearts. I don't ever want that to go away. This time last year, I made a promise that will be with you always. So today I am taking it one step further by becoming Mrs. Lance Crane. You have shown me that there is true love in the world. You have encouraged me to become a much stronger and independent woman, and for that I love you. You love me just the way I am. I don't have to be someone that I am not. You love my children as though they are yours. No words in the human language can express the way I feel about you. I have finally found the one person that I want to grow old and get see-through with. I promise to love and cherish you a little more each day as the years go by. I love you, monkey. And I can finally say, let's do this. You know, it's odd that it's only been such a really short time in both of our lives. I mean, I keep saying it's 4 years, you keep saying it's 3. It feels like longer than that, but in a good way. It feels like we've known each other literally all of our lives. Because we think the same thoughts, we finish each other's sentences. I had no idea what was in store for me when you kept coming through Loaf and Jug until you asked me out that one night, and I took a chance and said, okay. And then we sat down and we talked, and we talked some more, and we kept talking, and we kept laying out all the things about ourselves that we thought were good and bad, and it all just kept clicking into place like a puzzle, piece at a time. And I still remember the time that we were so just deathly afraid to say I love you to the other person, because we thought it would scare the other person off. Because we didn't that's the one thought we didn't share, is we didn't know exactly where the other person was in that spot. And then we finally said it. And we've been on that roller coaster ever since. And that's one ride, I'm here until I no longer draw a breath. I've never felt so sure about anything in my entire life. To the core of my being. That's why today this is just where we're supposed to be at this point in time. And then this is a big road marker off into the horizon. And that's where we're going to be on a porch swing in 4 years. Looking at the horizon together. Through, I don't know. I'm going to be up there, but we're going to have hazy eyes and things won't be so sharp anymore, but we'll at least still be able to see each other and see the sun. And I'm here for the long haul. Let's do this.
I think you guys need a hug.
Yeah.
I love you, son.
Love you too. Yeah.
That was beautiful. Well, each of you spoke from the heart.
Deep breath.
In my eye. Something in my eye.
I feel like I have my sunglasses.
Yep.
I know, right? That is the best kind of tears I have ever experienced. Thank you for being authentically yourself and sharing that so in a vulnerable way with all of us. You know what? It's a real gift. Thank you. Okay. Oh, there's one more thing. Oh, there's 2 more things. 3 more things.
3 more.
We're almost going to get to the food, guys, I promise, okay?
Oh,
Should we put it on?
Yeah.
I'm cooking right now.
Okay. Each of you have thought, we did that.
Done that.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm with it now. Okay, before we begin the ring exchange, earlier I handed out rubber bands to everybody. Okay? I want you to take those rubber bands off. And please don't injure yourself.
I'm
I want
awake
you to
now.
take your rubber band. I want you just to hold it in front of yourself. It's a circle. Notice the circle. The circle itself is an infinite thing. In fact, everything the power of the world does is done in a circle. The circle is magical. It is never ending. It has no beginning and no conclusion. And like the circle, true love itself is infinite. It goes on knowing no boundaries or restrictions. It flourishes and blooms in the light and in the dark, making no ultimatums, making no demands at all. Love, in its infinite form, is something that cannot be forced. It cannot be taken away. It is a gift we give to ourselves and a blessing we give to others from the bottom of our hearts. So with this rubber band, I want you to notice that if you take it and you twist it one time, what do you get?
Infinity.
You get infinity. And just like life shows up, giving you twists and turns, and more twists and more turns, when you come back to it all, you come back to a circle. It is unbroken, and it goes on forever.
Unless you
In
break
spite of and because of and in joy and celebration of the twists and turns that show up. So with your rubber band, just go ahead and put that back on your wrist or wherever you want to stick it, and just remind yourself of today. And so when life gets difficult, as it sometimes does, and as it always will, I want you to think of your rubber band and say, okay, this part really sucks, but I just put a twist that's infinity of love and duration. And when it comes back to the circle, it does, and then it will twist. Okay? And it's all good. It's infinite, and it never ever stops being whole and complete.
I love you, I love you, I love you, infinity.
Okay. So at this time, I'm going to have Athena and Lance. They're going to exchange their wedding bands, being reminded of the power of the circle. Their wedding bands are circle. Just like anybody who's got a ring on, you have a circle on your ring, on your hand. Sabrina, do you want to bring us the rings that you so generously placed on a special pillow of yours? This is our ring pillow. My love. As I hold these rings, please know that I bless them and I infuse with them all the power of what wedding rings traditionally embrace through symbolic meaning. May these rings always remind you of the infinite power of the circles, the cycle of seasons that come and go, the turning of the earth as it moves from day into night and back into day, its strength of continuation with no beginning and no ending, understanding no boundaries or restrictions, and may these rings always shine brightly just as your infinite love and devotion for each other always will. Lance, will you please take Athena's ring? It's a smaller one.
Thank you.
And as you place this on her hand, I want you to repeat after me. May this ring always remind you
May this ring always remind you
of our commitment of joy and lasting love.
of our commitment of joy and lasting love.
I give you my heart
I give you my heart
and promises of ever after laughter.
and promises of ever after laughter. That won't go all the way out there.
Nicely done. Athena? Same thing. I'll have you repeat after me. May this ring always remind you of our commitment of joy and lasting love.
Of our commitment and joy of lasting love.
That's good enough. I give you my heart
I give you my heart.
and promises of ever after laughter.
And promises of ever after
Oh,
Okay, now you guys ready for the good juicy part?
Yes!
The kiss. You guys ready?
Hey, remember there are children
Hey,
with
hey,
the
hey.
G-rated.
Yeah.
No PDAs.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna stand back here for our couple. Athena and Lance, as your celebrant and minister, it is my greatest honor to pronounce you as a happily married couple, joined together throughout the rest of your lives. You may now seal the deal with a kiss.
Yes.
Yay!
You gotta go all the way up.
So I pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Crane.
Okay, so who's Lance 1 and who's Lance 2?
Lance too.